Astronauts to the moon.
Ignition sequence start. 3, 2, 1.
Houston, we have a problem.
Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
We copy you on the ground. You got a bunch of guys about to turn blue.
What you're seeing here is a mirage.
This is a test. This station is conducting a test of the emergency broadcasting system. This is only a test.
Welcome. This is the Jeranism show.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. This is the Speaker's Corner, where we speak truth, seek truth. Speaker's Corner, yeah, they see through, we see you. Speaker's Corner, where the people get to talk, where real ideas and thoughts spark. This is art on the Speaker's Corner. 2 minutes hit the spotlight. Speaker's Corner, where 2 minutes gets your mind right. Speaker's Corner, where the people get to talk, where real ideas and thoughts spark. This is art on the Speaker's Corner.
And welcome, everybody. It is time for yet another Speaker's Corner, number 13. Hopefully you guys are doing well. It is late night on the radio. Love jams. Get your calls in. 888-698-FLAT. No, actually, you can only text. You cannot call. Let's bring the cameras aboard. Sorry, we're a little behind here. We will get it figured out. First, let's put up that. Let you know. It is Speaker's Corner, episode number 13. It is an unlucky number for some. For me, I smash on numbers and smash on letters and 22s and 11s and all that stuff. We do all that things. So let's bring this on. Hopefully that's not too loud. I don't think so. All right, let's get to the show. We've got a couple things to cover first, and then we'll get into Speaker's Corner. Let me tell you what's going on for mañana. Tomorrow we've got the very popular Jeranism show. That's going to be at around noon because we've got 6 o'clock tomorrow night, 6 p.m. Mark your calendars. Put it into your phone. Tell Siri, tell Alexa, or whatever your girlfriend's name is, to remind you that at 6 p.m. Pacific time, we've got Wits It, Gets It versus Bryant, the PhD one-on-one debate, and I will be the moderator. So I believe that's going to be on Austin's channel. So definitely check that out tomorrow night. That is Friday night, 6 p.m. Pacific. And what else would you rather do besides check that out? Probably nothing. It should be interesting. So let's get rolling here. I want to get this set. Let me get this on here. There we go. So I can show you something cool. You guys want to see a new song that I came up with? It's actually, I wanted to reach kind of an olive branch out to some people I've been, been talking mess about for a little while. I'm just like, let's just do a little olive branch because they've been so kind to me and all that fun stuff. So I figured I'd be kind back. So let's bring on this song. You guys tell me if you like it. I think I'm going to offer it. Maybe it's a new intro song for Flat Earth Debates. You'll have to tell me if you guys think they'll like it. I'm not really sure, but we will find out together. So what do you tell me? Is this going to cut it for their new intro song? Let's see. You tell me. All right, stop. Scammer time. I am Nathan Oakley, and I am always right. Destroying my opponents, well, cause I mute their mic. So why would I ever stop my simple grift? I'll go after flat earthers when my views could use a lift. Now I can feed my girls from the money that I make. I'm a scammer, no man, it's Nathan Oakley, I don't matter. Every day on Flat Earth Debates, can't trust this. Yeah, Chocolate, what up, my homie? You can't trust this. 10th man, lift your head up for a second. Good boy, thank you. You can't trust this. Golem, nice morning show this morning. What was it, 3 viewers? Nice. Gaming time. That's cool. So I think they'll like it. I think that it fits well. I might have it redone so it's a little bit better. But I think they'll just an olive branch, just reaching out. And, I like to be that bigger man. That's just me. I don't want to dwell on the past. I don't want to cry over spilled milk, as they say. So we're going to just talk about a couple of the sponsors, and then we'll be good to go. And we'll be ready to start the show. If you want to join the show, you can either text at 888-698-FLAT. That spells flat for those of you indoctrinated ones. And why is this not working? All right, here we go. That should do it. Yeah, there we go. I knew I'd get it eventually. I don't. It's not supposed to go behind me. Okay. THC show. Let's do that one. Let's bring that one up first. Where are they? They are over here. There we go. I see people already dialing in. Great. Be with you shortly. And let's get this up on the screen so we can do this. No. No. This one. There we go. That looks better. All right. And I don't know why my things are on the bottom of the screen, but you can see those. Check those out. But let's look at the sponsors. We've got THC show. You go to shop THC merchandise here and pick up one of these very cool. This is actually my design. I gave him this design, hoax and fake. The sweater's nice. The hat is awesome. And of course, you can get the LED hat for $40 right now. And if you use coupon code Jaren420, you get 10% off. And that is dope. So that's, again, go to thcshow.live. We've also got, who else we got here? We've got True Smacks, I believe. Yes. True Smacks. That is Suzanne's awesome store. There you go. You can go up here to resources too. If you got somebody new, you want to teach them about all these different topics. You're just waking up, head over here and go to truesmacks.com. They are awesome. Now they're all organic. So everything in there is organic. Excellent snack. So check that out. And then last but not least, we've got jjcbdrub.com. And he's JJ Hempcrete Bear. If you didn't know that, grows his own stuff, makes this very high potency CBD rub. So if you want to check that out, go to jjcbdrub.com. And then below me, we've got Linktree. If you want to get all my links, linktr.ee/Jeranism. Thank you. Shop.jeranism.com. I guess I could bring that up real quick. You want to see that? It's over here. There you go. There's the shop. Lots of things for sale there. I've got the fully stocked Jeranism library, which is available. That's a Telegram library full of all kinds of stuff I've been throwing in there. Every book I can find, throwing it in there. And then it'll be searchable eventually. Right now you can search the title of the file, but not the title of the book for most books. And so that's where you want to go if you want to check that out. If you want consultations, right there, that is at shop.jeranism.com. And then what else we have here? Jeranism.com is the website. Patrons is patreon.com/Jeranism, but that's for crypto stuff. So if you want to be part of a crypto group and go to class every other Friday night, you don't have to go. You can also watch the video. But we have a live class every other Friday night and a crypto group where we've got a Telegram group that's private that you can go in there at any time and ask a question, and we will make sure you don't lose money. That's what our goal is there. And that is, what's the last one? Rokfin. If you're not signed up there, $9.99 a month, you get everybody there, and you help save free speech. We're going to head over there about halfway through the show. So maybe in an hour from now. Yeah, maybe about 10 o'clock. We're going to move over to Rokfin only. So join us if you will. It'll be free while it's live. If you're watching this after that, well, then you should become a member because you're supporting all of us. You actually support every creator there, and there's a ton of them. So do that. All right. And last but not least, I just want to show you this. If you guys don't know about it already, you should. No, I'm just kidding you. How would you know? We've got Austin and Mai's venture. And by the way, Austin's going to be streaming live right now. We're battling each other. Most views gets... no, I'm just kidding. We're not doing that. We actually thought about doing something cross-stream, but we couldn't figure out how to do it. So that's how smart we are. We'll have to figure that out in the future. But we've got... No, we don't want that on the top of the screen, please. Thank you. Go away. So we've got the True Earth Mount Meru Summit, November 11th and 12th. That is my first attempt at a summit, online virtual summit. So I've gotten 4 or 5 emails from people saying, where is this summit? I can't figure out where it's at. Well, it's online. That's why. So you can go to this website, which is TEMS, TEMMS.live, which stands for True Earth Mount Meru Summit. And you can get all the info that you need here, buy tickets just simply by clicking there. And then when you do that, you're going to be taken to the store where you can get VIP seats or event. We've got 52 VIP left, 95 to start. So in 2 days, we've already sold through half the VIP. Very awesome. Thank you guys. And you want to use the coupon code. Listen carefully. Use a coupon code because we've already had 2 people who have not, and we don't really understand why. These prices are correct, but you can get a 50% off code from many people, including myself or including anybody else. Austin Thompson from the Melodome, he could use your support. So if you want to type in Mellow 50, that'll work. Or there's tons of other ones. There's, if you want to do Witsit, WITSIT 50. You want to do me? Jaren 50, JERAN 50. You want to do Dave Weiss? FE Dave 50. And then what you're doing is you're directly supporting those speakers and creators. Let's look real quick at the lineup. because it's shaping up to be a good one. And there is an edition that we will be probably talking about publicly, not today, but we're going to look into it and see if we know who that might be. So again, these prices, you're going to be able to find a 50% off coupon. And VIP, what's special about them? They'll actually be in the Zoom room asking questions. They'll be able to kind of interact with the comedy thing. We'll get to that. Also, we're going to have a panel, and the panel will be able to answer questions directly from the group. So that's awesome. From the VIPs. And then the only difference between that and general admission will be on another link where they'll be able to chat with each other, just not the hosts or the guests. So we've got David Avocado Wolf, definitely a man to listen to. I like the guy so much. I did see some people talking smack about him today, and it's just they don't have a clue. You've never met the guy. He's come over to my house 3 or 4 times now, and he's just awesome. He cares about people. He's well read, and he's just an awesome guy. So if you read articles on the internet that say, "Oh, he's the worst person ever," and he's anti-science, well, then that's your fault for believing what somebody else says. We've got Amanda Vollmer. She's awesome. She's going to be there as well speaking. We've got Dave Murphy. How about that? Brian from High Impact Flicks. We've got Marty Leeds in the house. He'll be giving a presentation. We've got David Weiss. He'll be giving a presentation alongside Caleb from TikTok. We've got Bob Nodell giving a presentation as well. There's Caleb from TikTok. He's going to be teaming up with Dave Weiss. We've got Iru Landucci. What is a conference without a presentation by Iru? We've got Sean Hibbler. He's going to be doing a presentation as well. Oh, we got a new member. Thank you very much, whoever the member is. I can't see. We've got Ben from Taboo Conspiracy. If you guys have never seen Ben give a presentation, he's one of the best. One of the best at presentations and videos that kind of summarize the truths of the true earth. So come check out Ben from Taboo Conspiracy. We've got this guy, Ugly. We've got Austin Whitsitt, also going to give a presentation. Very excited about that. We just added Peggy Hall. So if you don't know about the Healthy American Peggy Hall, she is awesome, very bubbly. And for our entertainment, first we've got Conspiracy Music Guru. Hallelujah! Thank you very much to Alex Michael for joining us. He's going to play live music on Saturday morning, I believe, if I don't have the schedule wrong. We've got Chris Crum, who's going to be doing some pre-show music and Mad Libs and stuff like that. It'll be fun. And then for comedians, we've got the Big Bear. He's going to close out the show on Saturday night with a little comedy set. And we've got the incomparable Primetime 99, who I just got off the phone with, and he will be there Saturday evening also for doing a stand-up. So that, I mean, the event is awesome, and it more than pays for itself if you take some of the goodies that the VIPs get. So, for instance, when you buy a VIP ticket, the first thing you get is a 50% off coupon for my consultations. So you might not think, but if you were ever thinking about it, remember my consultations are about $100. You know, if you buy more hours, it goes down. But if you were to buy 5 hours, use that 50% off coupon, you're saving way more money than the cost of the show. And we're 35 days away from the event. So that's going to be awesome. And it's a good event. I mean, I like the summits. I did David Avocado's summit. I think it is good. People get a lot of information. We're going to send you home with like a PDF full of coupons and goodies from every speaker that's there. So it's going to be fun. But it's not as good, to be honest with you, as the in-person events. That is just the way it goes because there's really nothing like them. And so we do have one of those coming up as well. If I can get the advertisement up here, I'll show you. But we have Flattoverfest coming up. And so let's check out this video. I thought I had it ready. Hold on one second. Nope, it's probably on the bottom. And check out this advertisement for Flattoverfest. And hopefully you guys are checking that out. Tickets still on sale. Go to Flat Earth Festivals and get yourself one of those tickets. There's going to be a lot, tons of good people there and good presentations. And it's just really, for me, it would be all about the camaraderie, getting together with these people that all have the same like mind as you, probably think a lot of the same things as you. If you've never been to one, you absolutely need to. So let's check out this advertisement.
Flattoverfest, it's back. Greenville, South Carolina, October 22nd and 23rd. With the grand return of Mark Sargent. And live music from Chief Crow and the Flat Earth Worms. Austin Whitsitt of Whitsitt Gets It. Benjamin Balderson of Olden's Alchemy. Jason Lindgren of Secrets of Saturn and Crow 777 Radio. Marty Leet of GnosticAcademy.org. one big love. How the World Works with Cammy and Zach. And new music by Austin and Kai Whitsitt. Sean Griffin of Kingdom and Context. Reserve your tickets at flattoverfestivals.com.
Sweet. October 22nd, 23rd. Just a matter of what? Is that 2 weeks away or 3? In between. And it's going to be a good time for you guys. I think that you're going to enjoy it thoroughly. If you've never been to an event, you need to try it out. And it's October 22nd, 23rd in Greenville, South Kakalaki. And we got this next thing. Let me show you this one thing real quick because it's going to be a teaser for what's coming up tomorrow. A new segment I've added to my show. I think tomorrow's episode is better, but this episode, not bad. We'll just play. It's only a minute and a half. It's very important. And I just saw Marty Leeds, which is what made me think of it, because there's some people out there that don't like me, don't like Marty, and basically cry about us the entire show. It's kind of fun to watch, actually. So the problem is, though, that I get strawmanned a lot. Let me bring this up real quick. I get strawmanned a ton, where just come after my real beliefs. You don't need to just say things that I don't really believe, or that I'm an atheist. I'm not an atheist. Even though that's really easy for Christians to say and make their audience go, oh, we hate him. We hate him, Dan, if he's an atheist. So that's called a straw man, though. Anyway, let's bring this on. I didn't ever move myself over there. Sorry. All right, here we go. This is a new segment. It's going to be starting tomorrow. This is a pre-segment, although it is listed as episode 1. It is Deep Theological Thoughts. Let's go.
And now, Deep Theological Thoughts. Made by Jim Bob. What's your presupposition?
You can't ground. We ought to have a revolution in the action of revolution itself. Because the revolution is just moving things around in the world. It can't go anywhere but a circle if it's consistent. If it's not consistent, it can't go anywhere else. It has to go into bended lines. Maybe in a straight line for a week. And that's these punctuated moments where people think they're on target. This is what's so interesting about sort of looking at a multiplicity of worldviews, religions, traditions, across time, is that there's always something true that percolates up, that you can grasp and go, yeah, they got that part right. Maybe they have the wrong, not the consistent language for it, or it's not connected to the rest of the web of beliefs, but they got that one anchor part right.
That was Deep Theological Thoughts Made by Jim Bob. What's your presupposition?
Now, don't get me wrong. Perhaps you completely understood the deep theological thought. I had a struggle with it. I just didn't really quite get what was being said there. But that's a normal thing over there. In tomorrow's episode, we get to hear how he has a problem with me saying that I hope for peace in the world. That's a tough thing, right? Oh, I want peace in the world. You know what he says about peace? That peace is satanic to his worldview. And people watch him. And he wants people to believe the same thing as you. This is what happens when you fall down that trap of believing in that book that you think's written by the God of the world. Because the God of the world definitely writes books. Definitely. For sure. Anyway, we'll learn more about peace being satanic. Peace is satanic to Christians. Do you hear me? Peace, everybody getting along. But because the Bible says that doesn't happen, then it's satanic. Peace, people getting along is satanic and I'm the crazy one. Cuckoo, a cuckoo, a cuckoo. All right, let's get the show started. Let's go. Let's bring on our first guest, or whatever you want to call it. Let me close this though, and let's go with Space Audits. Bro, me and Austin were talking about you. We are enjoying your content a lot. So we hope people are checking you out. We hope people are, if they don't know about you, go ahead and tell them first, where's your channel? What do you do there? And then we'll let you get your 3 minutes in.
All right. So I started, developing a relationship with people that, aren't assholes like, what's his name?
There's a lot of them
that pretends to be the guy that pretends to be a professor.
Yes.
So anyway, like I just go on and I just kind of follow up with, things that we claim and like kind of get a better perspective on what the official narrative is, so that we can further strengthen our arguments, because that's really what we're up against.
Absolutely.
A bunch of indoctrination, and if we can't get their lore right, then we're just might as well be arguing with nothing, right? So anyway, I just kind of go over there and talk to him, and you guys can watch the interactions and listen to them explain it, and how they explain it, and why they think what they think, from someone who's not like and I try and talk to people that aren't like Professor Dave and act like that and stuff.
Oh,
so
insolent children, all right.
Yeah.
Your choice. You should go talk to Fight the Fat Shirt. He's really calm and collected. He'll listen. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, he seems like a cool guy.
Yeah, cool guy. I'd want to hang out with him on the weekends for sure. Have a beer with him. Yeah, right.
Dude,
they're
cringe.
Yeah, they're cringe for sure. And his audience must consist of 9 to 13-year-olds. That's what I'm guessing.
Dude, when you read the comments on their videos, it's really telling.
It is,
like they're just so into it because it's just bashing us, and they think that it's like that they're in the right. Like they don't realize.
Yeah, well, it's
not.
It's the easiest position to take. The easiest position is to have all of science as your backing. So you don't have to do any research at all. You could just say, science, you dumb flat earthers, you flurf. You got to lie to flurf. And they don't even care that these guys are lying the whole time, making things up, changing the way that their opinions, reading off of the screen at a debate as if that's their idea. Like, oh, I'm just reading from. They can't come up with anything on their own. And again, I say it every time, and I know it probably gets old with me saying it, but just think about it. If you are a believer in science, if you're not a Professor Dave, if you're we know all of their beliefs. So imagine how could you be more useless than not needing to ever talk to that person? If I want to know Space Audits, beliefs about vaccines, or I want to know about Q, or I want to know how he feels about January 6th, I've actually got to go and talk to him because I don't know. But if it's talking about Professor Dave, or if it's talking about any of these other guys, we already know their position on everything. This is why Professor Dave did a video saying that there's unlimited genders, and it's because they have to follow whatever science the mainstream is pushing, and so they don't even have their own beliefs. And I just can't imagine an existence like that. It seems completely pathetic to me. So don't count me in for that. I don't want to do that. All right, you ready to get your 3 minutes going?
Yeah, let me send you a link real quick.
Where are you going to put it?
You can
StreamYard?
Yeah, StreamYard.
Okay.
And then just put that in the links thing or whatever, and then we can go, or then pull it up on screen and we'll go over what they are.
Okay. I've got it up, and then I'll put it in t.me/Jeranism links if anybody wants to check out what he's showing. That's again at Telegram, t.me/Jeranism links. All right, your time has, let me put this in links real quick before I forget. And then, there it is. And then we will bring open the paste bin. All right, that's in there. And we're going to, okay, I'm at the paste bin. What do you want to do first?
So open up the first link. Somebody recommended me this guy. He's been doing flat Earth activism, just going out in the street and talking to people.
Okay.
He's killing it, dude. He's doing really good. I just wanted to promote him. I haven't heard anyone like talking about him. His name is Level-Headed William and Natalie. That's the name of their channel.
Let me get this so I can get it on the screen better. Oops, that's not
the video I linked was one of the ones that I first watched. And if we could watch, or if you want to play like a couple of seconds of that, or like a couple of minutes,
yeah,
or whatever,
hold on let me actually bring it over here, that's
after I'm done or something.
I could play right now if
What's
you
that?
think. I just have something messed up on my screen. I have to fix this. It's this one here. So you want to watch this video? Well, how long is this video?
No, we can keep one because
Okay.
there's other stuff to get to.
So his link is in there.
he-
Level-headed William and Natalie, and he's actually doing street activism. I want to hear him for just a second. Let me bring this up.
Elementary
Yeah.
level, literally, elementary physics. So it's actually about water. So we understand that water takes the shape of the container, right? Yes. How would you describe the surface of the water? No matter how I tilt the bottle, the surface remains the same, right? How would you describe that surface? Let me just put it like this. How would you describe the surface? Once the water's still
slanted every time you twist it.
So you think the surface is slanted or is the bottle slanted?
The bottle's slanted.
So the water is...
It's just moving with the motion that you're going with.
Right. But the surface, how does it remain? Could we say it's level?
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Have you ever seen a leveling tool in construction? How it has the bubble? So the reason why is because the surface of water always equalizes. Okay. That's the physics of water, right? That's what water level means, right? So this next question, it's very easy. Again, this was not a trick question, but don't take my word for it. You know, if you're using...
What's not working?
The audio is not playing.
For you?
On the video. Yeah, for me. It's playing like...
So,
never mind. It's stream starting. My bad, sorry.
Okay, I was going to say, I think it's playing.
Which one of these two is correct?
Yeah.
Since we understand the physics of water and what water level means, A or B? Which one's correct?
B. No, A.
A, right? A, it's the obvious answer, right? Could we say that somebody believing the answer was B, could we say that they're not using common sense?
Yes.
Oh, this is good, man. This is great
stuff. Could we say that
stuff.
person has probably been deceived if they believe this
Yeah,
one
dude,
over
he's
this
killing
one?
it.
Yeah.
Well, so that leads me to this final question or statement. What if I was to tell you that you probably believe it's B? Because I used to believe it was B too. And we know it's A though. The physics of water shows us that, and the physics doesn't change. That's the laws of physics, right? So do you want to know why?
Why?
Do you believe Earth is a ball?
Yes, I believe Earth.
So in order for Earth to be a ball, they tell us that it has a certain dimension, and that dimension is 24,901 miles. So NASA has to give us this number because they claim to go to space, right? Okay. So they have to know the radius of orbit. So the radius of Earth from the circumference is 3959, 3,900. That's the radius of the Earth, supposedly, given the numbers that NASA gives us. But if we were to actually go out in nature and measure this curvature, because every lake and every body of water, like the oceans, have to be curving at that rate. So if we were to actually build a perfectly level structure over a body of water, like a lake, because a lake doesn't have waves, right? So it's a lake, pretty calm surface of water. So if we were to actually measure at...
That's good. I'm going to have to check that out for sure. You guys should check it out. Again, Level-Headed William and Natalie. Nice find there. All right, what do you got next?
Yeah, man. Yeah, he's killing it. So anyway, there was a quick parallel. So in his intro, he opens up with the Ash conformity experiment where he's telling the dude that it's one shape and it's clearly not or whatever. You know, and he gets him to realize that that's a thing. So you know how in the intro, or not intro, but you know how on all these ISS presentations and stuff, they're always like fucking around with the microphone, or they're like, the news people will do in the interview will be like, oh, it looks fake in there. Can you do a flip to prove it's real? Like they're literally Ash conformity experimenting, you know, like live.
Right.
Like it's exactly what they're doing because it's so ridiculous. You know, they're like, why is every single one of these interviews like that? And like those twins with the microphone, like I don't know if you've seen that interview. They pass it back and forth like they're playing ping pong. It's nuts.
Right. And then what is this video? The next video? This is the actual experiment.
See. Yeah, that was just the actual experiment. If people wanted a reference to what the Ash conformity experiment looks like.
Okay.
And then the third link is I Can Science That, and I followed up on. We did a live stream last night together with talking about the vacuum barrier shoebox situation.
So how do you feel about it? I gotta hear this.
Oh man, so we went back and forth, man, and I'll just give some quick stuff. So
synopsis here. I'll bring it up though.
Yeah. So he says throughout the thing, like, you know, they wouldn't expect the air to be held down in the vacuum of the shoebox.
Why?
Because it's too small, you know, blah blah blah, that kind of shit. Like it's very vague.
It's backwards talk though. It just didn't make any sense.
But wait. Okay.
So
but also he's mentioned several times, like he says that while simultaneously claiming that it could be measured, it would just be a really tiny amount. You know, so like when it, you know, it would be like one of those numbers where it's like 15 numbers long, you know, or 15 zeros, you know.
Right.
So, you know, nobody would really fucking know, really. And then...
but it doesn't make any sense. Why? Are you convinced?
No.
Okay.
No. It has to, because it hinges on... so let me just keep reading here, because I kind of wrote some notes on it. He didn't give any... He didn't have any example... Hold on one second.
I'm trying to fix something here too. Mine's all screwed up. You didn't give any example of what?
1 second, I'm trying to read through here. So at one point he starts saying that because I was giving him an example of how the atmosphere should work on the smaller scale, like the box experiment, right?
Right.
Because if it doesn't, then it obviously couldn't work on the large scale. But he was saying that that's like, you know, a logical fallacy or whatever. And
why? How come?
you know, I the closest I could assume would be like a similarity fallacy, I guess. But I guess the way I was applying it was
it's literally the. I'll have to bring it up after you're done. I'll just show it again, my little example, because it's not making sense.
It's an appeal to scalability, really, because it should work that way.
Yeah, if it's exactly. I'll show everybody. All right, go ahead.
But because it doesn't, they just they have to.
They can just wish it away. Well, people need to see that there's a problem if you're able to just it doesn't.
So yeah, it went on for like 4 hours, but if you watch it, you can just see how back and forth it goes, and how like they divert to like analyzing what's going on inside of like a container and stuff, and rather than like the fact that
the facts
it requires a container, and he did give an example of a container thing without the
you mean a gradient?
No, an example, yeah. So it was a nuclear fusion reactor. Apparently, they use electromagnetic waves or whatever to make a force field around a plasma beam or around plasma, and apparently, that's an example of that.
Okay.
Yeah. So it just goes.
Huh. Okay.
It's very circular and
sounds like it
hard to figure out. Because it's just like they just reach for. Yeah. Whatever, because you can't be right. Like they can't go there.
No, they're not going to concede that. That would be weird of them. So, all right, well, I'll have to check that out because I got to hear what he's got to say. But it'll be interesting to hear tomorrow's debate with Austin and Bryant as well.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that, man. Hope he kills it.
Yep, I've never modded before. Well, I guess I've kind of refereed some kind of interactions, but it should be pretty easy, I guess. Both of them seem like they'd be fine, and if not, I'll just bring out the mute button.
Well, yeah, I was gonna say all you have to do to like do good is just not mute the guy and then start yelling at him and arguing on Austin's behalf if he gets into trouble or something.
Yeah, no, I don't think I'll be doing that. Austin can take it.
As long as you don't do that, you should be all right.
Yes, I agree. All right, anything else for me?
I think that's it, man. I love what you're doing, man. You guys are killing it, and
thank you.
We need to support these guys, man, because if we don't, this all dies, and then we have to go watch fucking flat Earth debates, and that's gonna suck. So
that's a great show over there.
Like if Jaren has to get a job, bro, like we're gonna lose shows, boys.
Don't tell me about that. It scares me. Yeah. All right, no, I like doing this, and hopefully, this way, I hope people come to the summit. It's a good idea. We got an awesome lineup. I mean, Austin and I were talking about it, and we're like, we'll do it if we get a good lineup, and we'd have to get all these people. And we really didn't think that we would be able to. And then sure enough, they just started falling into place and we said, let's do it. Let's run with it. So we're excited about it. And hopefully we see a lot of people there.
Yeah. All right, man.
All right.
We'll have a good rest of the show.
Thanks.
See
All right. Okay. And I'm going to real quick just show this again because this is for the Glober crowd out there that still does not get this. Let me move my drawing pad over here. 1 second. Let's see if we can pick this up. I can't tell which one of these screens is being broadcast. Okay, this one. So just one more time, because again, we're trying to get people to understand this, and it's still, like he said, they're saying it's a scale problem or something. All right, so let's go there. All right, that's easier for you to see. So I put this little blue here so that you remember that this is on the Earth. Okay, so it's on the curved Earth that we're talking about, where we're making this comparison. Because some people think that we're talking about like in space or something. No, we're talking about there's a vacuum chamber. Let's say this is a chamber that we create here on the Earth. So we know that the vacuum isn't even as good as the vacuum in the sky. And then we put inside of it. So I'm just going to, you might not be able to see what I'm doing here. Oh yeah, you kind of can. I just need to get in there and draw. It's way over here. So hold on. I'm not able to see it enough. Okay, there we go. So if we inside this box put, and it's a vacuum chamber on Earth, we put another box, okay? And this box inside of it just has some air. Sorry for my drawing skills. I'm drawing way far away from me. Okay, so this is another box that's in here. And let's say it's got a sealed top. Okay, it's completely sealed. Now it can open. It has a little trap door here that'll pull back this way electronically, but for now it is closed and sealed. And inside of that box is filled with air. Okay, so when the vacuum happens, nothing happens to this air, of course. We plug our little vacuum in. Let's say that's over here, in this little corner, and it starts evacuating the air until we've got vacuum. Okay, so now we've got vacuum in here. Now, according to everything that I've been shown and know, when we talk about how does the atmosphere not escape into the space, how does the gas on the Earth not leave into space? Low pressure, high pressure, what is going on there? So they say gravity is doing it, right? So picture all the atmosphere. Let's say this big Earth has all this atmosphere in it, right? So there's tons of atmosphere. There we go. All the air that we breathe every day. And supposedly it thins with distance or with height. Okay, great. So when we ask them, why doesn't this escape into the vacuum? Their answer is because gravity is holding it down. Okay, I get that idea. The ball Earth has got some magical centerpiece. It's like I'm attracting all things to me. I pull things for what reason? Who knows? It's just one of the magical things of science. And if we think about that, so it's holding all that air. Okay, that's a lot of atmosphere to be holding down. It's pulling all that. Remember, I don't float around because of gravity. Gravity is what holds me down to the ground. That's why I don't float around. You try and tell somebody that it's your weight. You wouldn't have weight if it wasn't for gravity. You know, it's like, okay, but I get that you were indoctrinated, but let's slow down here. Now let's say we evacuate this. Like we said, it's vacuum. And we then release the trapdoor, right? So electronically, we pull this little edge back, and it opens. Now, this is now exposed to the vacuum. You tell me what's going to happen to that gas. What's going to happen to the air that's in this box? Will it sit in this box, or will it escape into and fill the space of the vacuum around it? Okay, so it doesn't matter what these guys say about scalability. We're talking about a smaller scale. So it's still the same powerful ass Earth. It's still the same pulling down. Oops, let me get this over here. Sorry, I'm trying to, you see it. There we go. It's still the same Earth. So if the Earth's gravity can pull all of the atmosphere, then surely it can pull and hold this little box of air. But it doesn't. This air will escape and fill the space. And if you can grasp this, then you understand why heliocentricity in total is garbage. It just doesn't work. It's not true. They've lied to us. It's time to wake up. It's time to get some people to realize that they can actually have funds and actually go do things and actually expose this. But again, and then one final thing before we continue, just be careful when you're debating. I got another person yesterday who came to me with like 8 questions. I need help with these 8 questions because I'm debating this guy. I'm like, okay, hold on. Do not debate Globers unless you are, number one, ready for it. And number 2, that you understand that we're not on equal grounds. Okay. They've had 300 to 400 years of the very top scientific minds, of government money, of the king and queen's money to go and explore the world, to map coastlines, to go out and discover new areas. Okay. We have had 7 years and no money and no government money and no kings or queens. That is not equal footing. It's not an equal matchup. Okay. Another way to look at it is if you go and debate a Glober, all they're going to do is ask you, how does this work? How does the sun stay up? How does this work? How does, so you have to remember that we shouldn't even be expected to know those things. And there shouldn't be a problem with you saying, I don't have a fucking clue, guy. How would I know that? Again, my best explanation of it, or kind of example, let's say I'm going through some drawers and I find a birth certificate. I mean, adoption certificate. It's got my mom's name on it. It's got my dad's name on it. It's got my name on it and the date that I was done, right? The date that I was adopted. Well, immediately I would know that I lived a lie, that I was lied to about my parents, lied to about my sister. And so if I started going around and telling people, look, I discovered this lie. I'm not really my parents' son. I'm actually adopted. Imagine if they said to me, well, then who's your real parents? I said, I don't know. Who's your real grandfather then? How would I know? Oh, well, then we're not believing you. We're not, until you have all the answers for who your new family is, we are not going to even accept the fact that you've been lied to about your old family. It's like, no, I have evidence of it. There's evidence here. I'm showing you. And nope, we don't accept that evidence until you give us who your real parents are. And that's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. Okay. And that's what Globers expect of you, is they think because we're saying that the heliocentric system is a lie, that therefore we are required to replace it. That's dumb. That's dumb. Let's go back to the show. And again, if some Glober has an answer for this, guess what? You can get on the show. It's very easy. It is at, no, don't say it. Thank you. It is at, bring up this thing for you. Of course, tinyurl.com/cornerism. Jump on. You get 3 minutes to explain to me how wrong I am and how this thing actually does work. Let's bring on Sacred Knowledge. Welcome to the show, my friend. How are you?
Hey, how's it going? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Hold on. Are we? Oh, yeah, we're there. I thought we had no sound. We do hear you.
I just got these new headphones, just making sure. How you doing?
Good. You actually sound better. You're not in your normal bad sound, so that's good.
Right on, right on.
Okay, I started your clock. Oh, sorry, go ahead. I'll pause.
Starting. Okay, well, then now I'll still say this. I was just thinking it's so funny how when you think about one of the biggest the biggest foundational things of our reality can be debunked with the law of thermodynamics, and all these great minds, like you said, over all these years haven't had the balls or the insight to stand up and say, hey, the globe model completed.
Yeah, it's done through indoctrination, though. I mean, when you put somebody through education and then you boost them up, like all of us who question this, most of us either didn't go to college or maybe did a year of college. And I think even though the world looks at that as like, oh, you're uneducated, well, I thank God every day, because the longer you're in that institution, the more you believe the lies that they're teaching you, the more you're ready to repeat them, the more that they're part of your worldview. And then if you've been told with a piece of paper, hey, here's your bachelor's certificate, here's your master's certificate, it really creates a block in your mind. There's no way you could come to the conclusion that all those people at schools lied to you, that you wasted all that time. So I get it. It's not an easy thing to try and convince somebody of. But on the other hand, it seems to be what happened. Scare the
shit out of them too. You know, it's scary. And can I say something real quick?
Yep.
I debunk gravity with the leaves blowing in the trees. That simple. Like, how the hell are they not being yanked down to the ground, and the light breeze can slowly, move the leaves in the trees? Where's gravity?
Yeah, there's no downward force.
Why isn't it yanking anything down? It's not yanking the leaves down. So, this is ridiculous.
And people, if they really thought about it, if you just lift up a pencil, lift up whatever you can hold right now and lift it up and hold it and realize that there is nothing pulling it down. Just think to yourself. I know you've been told that. I know you believe that. There's nothing pulling it down. What is sending it down is the fact that it is more dense than the air around it. It's that simple. If we had a helium balloon, the opposite.
The little hairs on your head, the little loose hairs debunk gravity. And everything, gravity is retarded, but no one realizes it.
Yeah, and grass should grow like that.
everything should be crushed,
It doesn't make any sense to me. But anyway, again, they won't ever answer these questions, but we'll find out. Maybe we'll get that question answered by, because he did tell me, just, Bryant did email me and say, hey, I've got the answer to your box and a vacuum question. And I said, oh, tell me. And he says, oh, no, I'm going to save it for the debate. So tomorrow, 6 p.m. Pacific, sure let's get shown that we are dead wrong, because I'm sure there's an answer for it that I can't even imagine there being an answer, because it absolutely has to hold that air to the earth. It's the closest you can get to the earth. It's the most pull that there ever would be. It's the reason that they say that helium balloons go up because the gravity is pulling the air down, and because the helium balloon is less dense, that the earth is constantly pulling more and more air to replace the less dense items. It goes up. Buoyancy, right? But the problem with that is, again, if that's what's happening, then the earth in our example there would pull the air down, not let it escape into space. So
nothing would be the way it is.
No. So anyway, let's start your clock. Go ahead.
Okay. Well, there's a lot of things I want to talk about as usual, but since I spoke on, and thanks for that little short. That was pretty cool how you made that little short, by the way.
Yes.
I was talking about the melted buildings, and just to since the iron's hot, just to hit that, and one last time, just want to show a couple more pictures,
Okay.
And remind people that it's the Tartarian meltdown, or When the Buildings Cried is another great YouTube channel, and Spartan Red is another great YouTube channel for melted buildings. But I want to get to the point where you see all these peaks, right?
Yes.
We call them. Well, I want to get to the point. I want you guys to get to the point where you're going to understand that they were all pyramids, and the whole volcano thing that's going to you know, we've been indoctrinated with that, but it doesn't make a lot of sense. It might not be volcanoes what we think they are. I don't even think there might not even be like what we're being told. It might be one of those big. There's not, definitely an anomaly going on there. There might be some, but most of them are melted pyramids. Here's a little and I'll be quick. So a little artist rendition of what a melted building. But we don't need artist renditions. We have those for real. I wanted to show you guys something too. Check this out. We have those for real. Look at the sides of this door. Can you see the people at the bottom of that door?
Yes.
Can you see this? Okay. Now you're gonna have a lot of, we call them retards, you know. You're gonna have a lot of people say, "Oh, they built like that for grandeur and all that stuff." No, there's too many of those, and they're all over the plane. They know that we didn't build those doors. Aren't for regular humans. What could generate enough heat to melt these things? Who knows? I mean, remember how I was talking about how the deserts are melted civilization. I mean, you're gonna find places where you're gonna still see it. And I just want to show you a couple pockets of survival that are interesting as hell. Like, you don't build this. They want you to think they built that in there, but if you look at the details, you'll see that the mountain becomes the building. It's a pocket of survival. And then when I mentioned that along the shores, you're gonna see a lot of. This is a melted building, bro. This is like, that was a structure at one point that got hit, you know, and destroyed. And then you see the flood waters. So give me a second. Here's something else that you might find interesting. Look at that. Tell me that's not a destroyed, you know, structure, but we call it a mountain. And just real quick. Here's an this is a pocket of survival of major. Look at that little tiny piece of. You see it in there?
Is there a whole building inside there?
It's a little piece of it. There's like really detailed pictures of that, but that used to be a gigantic.
Where's
building.
Where's that at?
I'm not sure, but you can find, if you go to these channels, just start watching the videos. There's more than enough proof to like make you understand that what we used to, where we're living, really, you know. But
again, I know I keep saying that I sound like a broken record. I think that there's more than enough proof that it appears some of them are, but I think the hard part is to ever get to that point where you say all. Like the Himalayas. The Himalayas, was that a former 23,000 foot high, 1,500 mile long strip mall?
No, well, they're not. Okay, I gotta talk to you more about what that civilization was like too, because it's nothing like, we can't fathom what that civilization was like. So no, there's no strip malls. There was no. Everything was art. Like everything.
So you know the Himalayas are 1,500 miles long, and there's like 100 peaks that are over 20,000 feet.
Let me tell you about the Himalayas.
Okay.
They're in India, right? And that's where all the gurus like live. The Ganga River is right there. That Ganga River is coming from the Himalayas. Those Himalayas used to be pyramids. They generate energy. That's why the Hindus go up in those mountains to meditate. And there's magical sacred locations in there. They know they're high energy locations, and they go meditate there because that whole civilization was built on the concept of generating energy. And we were full of prana. I mean, all that knowledge is now secret knowledge that the yogis keep, you know, but it was all about that back then. I mean, so what I'm saying is those buildings generated energy, and that water came from the lower water tables because they built them. This place was.
So what do you think? What do you think is going to happen if?
See that castle?
Yeah. So what I'm saying is, like, let's say that everybody did agree, everybody found out, and it's now a public thing. How is that going to affect our lives? And I know I sound like somebody who's a glober who's saying that about flat Earth, but it's different for me on this one because I'm not really sure. Even if we did determine all that's true, it's not going to change how we are today, right? I mean, like, we basically would just be worried about when they're going to do it again.
No. Because, let me tell you something important to know about it. Look at that. That used to be a building, bro. Can you see it?
So when you say that, why are you saying it used to be a building? Like,
you don't know it yet, but when you understand when you understand the architecture that used to be and why it's right at the shore, and that water used to not be there. But when you start to research this, you're going to see pockets of survival. They're going to let you know that it used to be a building.
Okay.
Now we're just used to calling it land, you know, but we don't understand. what that land used to be. It was built, and it used to be a civilization. But
All right, give
now,
people where they can find that stuff one more time, and I got more people.
yeah, what's important to know is the structure of that civilization. We had those high master gurus who were highly spiritual people. Those were our leaders back then. They were the ones in charge. Now the pyramid's been inverted. We got the worst people on the top, and the best people are having a hard time. But look at our political structures. This civilization has been designed wrong on purpose.
Absolutely,
and
yeah.
we used to have a perfect civilization. And so we'll leave that for later.
Okay, and then where can people find more info on that? Again, say those channels names one more time.
The Tartarian Meltdown is YouTube channel. When the Buildings Cried, he's discovered it, but he's crazy. And then you can look at my YouTube. My Facebook is Rudy Bravo, and you'll see a lot of stuff there. I got all sorts of information.
All right. Well, thanks. We appreciate you coming on again. Let's bring on Lowry. Lowry, what's up?
What's up, buddy?
What's going on with the music?
Are you good?
I don't like Star Wars.
I don't either.
Why are we listening to it?
You know, I actually had this really great cat video I was going to send you, and I'm going to put it in the chat.
Well, why were we listening to Star Wars to start? Is that like your entrance theme? Is that like your WWE entrance music?
I just like, sometimes I'm just,
Weird? Yeah, I know.
I sent you a thing, the greatest cat video ever. I'm not going to take up much time tonight, but I want you to open that thing
here?
and make sure everyone has their sound on and turn this thing on and share it because it's fucking awesome.
Okay, hold on. Let me see if I can get it.
Maybe it's not awesome. Maybe you'll hate it, but I think it's the greatest cat video ever.
That's saying something, isn't it? Let me see if I can get this to square up here. Give me a second.
If it's a cat video, it's already great, but if it's the greatest cat video ever.
You're a big cat fan, huh?
I like cats. They keep my
cat didn't give me a
stuff.
shit about. You didn't give a shit about me.
I like dogs probably a little bit better, but dogs are higher maintenance. Cats,
Okay.
pretty functional. You don't have to pay attention to them much.
Get this over here. All right, that's probably the best we're gonna get.
Make sure it's big and make sure it has a lot of sound. It's glorious. You're gonna love it.
I don't understand why this thing's like that. Okay, there we go. That's close enough. And sound. Oh wait, it's not getting the top of it. Hold on. Let's move it down a little bit. Do we have to
make
read
it
these?
big? Can you make it the whole screen? Because right now it's like quarter screen.
Yes, we can make the whole screen. We'll do that. Make it easier. We'll go there, and then we're gonna go like this. And why is that not squaring up? Hold on. Let me fix it.
You're getting pretty good at this stuff, Jared.
No, I'm
You're
terrible.
actually
This shouldn't happen. This is a terrible show. I need an engineer that does all this
but
for me, and I can yell at them.
You're
and
having to manage
shit.
like fucking million screens and like what's
Yeah,
going
I
out
don't
to
know.
what.
I think I should be getting better than I am, but
I think
Thank
you
you
should
for
be
that.
good. You might be able to pull it down just there. That's probably going to do it.
Okay.
Make
There.
everybody out there watch this. Make the screen big so you can see the cat's face, or else it's just going to be like shit.
Okay, here we go. 39 seconds of the greatest cat
I'm
video
looking
of
at
all time.
it. Okay, awesome.
Interrimo ad appare dorime. Ameno, ameno, lancire.
It's a little
Lanciremo, dorime. Ameno, o mandare imperavi, ameno. Dimere, manciremo, ameno.
That cat knows what's going on. Oh, good stuff. Good stuff. Cats are funny.
That's all
man.
I
Let's
had tonight,
put on
man.
some
I
funny-
just-
That's it for
that's
tonight.
all I had.
That's fun.
Anyway, I'm glad you guys are doing your little truth thing, your Mount Meru thing.
Thank you.
I'm gonna pop off, but
hopefully you join us.
Yeah, I'm probably pop in there, whatever.
Cool.
Are you not gonna try to come to South Carolina or what?
No, I can't. It'd be too hard to fly with my son. So we'll maybe in the future, but I know that next year I think he's going to be in Vegas, so I'll definitely be there. That's just a
Oh, so
quick,
that's gonna be the big West Coast.
quick 5-hour drive.
here.
Yeah, I think it'd be. I mean, flights are super cheap to get to Vegas from anywhere in the country, so I think we'll get a lot of people. I think you could
I think so,
probably
too.
do a couple. I even wouldn't be surprised if we had 2,000, something like that. So,
Oh, yeah. Especially in Vegas, a bunch of gamblers that are also flat earthers.
there's a lot of those, I'm assuming. I know that Iru wasn't. I went to Vegas with Iru, and we didn't gamble a whole lot. I think we both lost like $100. It was not,
I'm a terrible
went by
gambler.
pretty fast. So, but we had a good time. We played the synchronicity walk game there. Had that was like one of the better times I've ever had, where you
Yeah.
basically let the dice tell you where you're going, and everything you do has to be approved by the dice, and you just kind of let it go. And there's so many. I didn't even remember the stories. We had so many stories that happened that day. It was fun, and
yeah,
kind of walked through all of downtown Vegas with the dice leading the way. And it was fun. Good times. Had my dog with me. Yeah, it was all good times. I forgot about that. All right.
All right. I'll let you go. I'm getting off here, man.
Okay, take it easy. Peace.
All right, bye.
All right, tinyurl.com/cornerism. If you're interested in that, I'm going to bring up the text messages. Check those. But we're wide open if you want to jump on. Let me get this up for you. What am I going to put up here? Yes, this one. And I'm going to check we'll put this for a second. While I check for phone calls or text messages, I mean, if you want to text, it is 888-698-FLAT. And I have had a few people asking me, why did we not call it the Flat Earth Summit? And, well, that's for obvious reasons, is that you know how it is if you've ever gone around talking to people. If you tell them, hey, I'm speaking at a True Earth conference on November 11th, they'd be like, really? What's that? Tell me about it. And if you say, I'm speaking at a Flat Earth conference, you fucking idiot. Hope you die. I hope you burn in a gas chamber. What are you, stupid? What, do you have no brain cells? So, I mean, that difference between True Earth and Flat Earth will make people either want to inquire more or hang you from the rafters with a big giant rope. So we're taking our cue on that one, and we're going to talk about the True Earth. And we get it. I even still have people that say all the time that they think that Flat Earth means like 2D. No, it doesn't mean 2D. Nobody thinks that we live in a 2D world, okay? So that's what they think when they say flat Earth. We don't mean flat like a piece of paper, okay? We mean flat as in a desk with a bunch of things on it. Some things are, well, I guess a desk wouldn't even have oceans. So it would be more just a level plane that has dips and valleys and hills and mountains and red bricks that have been melted. It's got all that stuff. So let's check out if I can. I always forget. I got to write this down or something. I can never find out where my text messages are. Here? Come on, be on this page. And yes, SMSQ. Beautiful. All right, let's see where we left off last time. We read that one. We read that one. We read that one. We read that one. Does this have the date on them? We read that one. Hey, Troubling here. Huge shout out to the best platform on Flat Earth, Jeranism. Oh, this is very nice of you. Also, don't miss Flat Earth Dave and I Wednesday night. Subscribe to my YouTube for details. All right. And Troubling Tribune. Okay, I see what you put Troubling. Definitely check him out. He's going to be with Dave then Wednesday night. Troubling Tribune. Check out his channel. That was, make sure this is, yeah. And then we've got Need the Complaint Department. You've reached him. My badge is gone and I can't add it on Hammer Time. It's Scammer Time. Scammer Time. You're getting it way, you're way off. Can't trust this. Should we play that one more time? One more time. I know. I just have to. It's too much fun. Too much fun. When you think of that, you're like listening to somebody sing it, and then you're like thinking like Hammer Time, Scammer Time. Can't trust this. Wait a second. And then it all starts rolling through. And you're like, this is gonna be good. So let's watch it one more time. A tribute to the great FED. Where they've never once lost any debate, which is impressive. And they've proven things, and science proves things, and it makes water boils at 0 degrees, even though it doesn't. But you could just keep saying it does, and enough people believe you. It's pretty cool. Tell people that you're increasing your patrons when you're actually decreasing. You could just say whatever. It's kind of fun. I mean, I'm jealous that I can't do the same. All right, let's check it out. Here we go. This is one more time an ode to our good buddies over there at the FE debates.
All right, stop. Scammer time. I am Nathan Oakley, and I am always right. Destroying my opponents, well, cause I mute their mic. So why would I ever stop my simple grift? I'll go after flat earthers when my views could use a lift. Now I can feed my girls from the money that I make. I'm a scammer, no man, it's Nathan Oakley, I don't matter. Every day on Flat Earth debates, can't trust this. Yeah, chocolate. What up, my homie? You can't trust this. 10th man, lift your head up for a second. Good boy, thank you. You can't trust this. Golem, nice morning show this morning. What was it? 3 viewers? Nice. Gaming time. It's cool.
Can't touch this. Can't trust this.
All right, stop.
I won't do it again. Even though I could probably listen to that on repeat for at least the next 6 to 8 days. So I won't do that to you, though. Let's see. We got nobody on the show, and we've got no more texts. All right. Text in if you want. In the meantime, I'll just show you a funny little expose video if I can find it. Oops, sorry, you're not looking at me. Bring this over. Now I'm trying to remember where it is. Okay, let me see if it's here. Give me 2 seconds to find something. Now I don't remember where it is. Let me think. I think I know where it's at. Let me go here, and I'll find it. Somebody did a good expose. I mean, I don't want to. Yeah, I don't want to go to the original video. That'll be too hard for me to do. So what do we do? Search, and we're gonna go. If you're not on Telegram, I know I say this a lot. It's the place to be. I mean, it's allowing me to pretty much eliminate having any emails. I mean, still people email me, but I mean, it makes communication so much easier. It's faster than texting. It's basically free storage, unlimited free storage. I guess you have to have all your files under 2 gigabytes. But besides that, there's no reason not to have it. You know, it's a free app, free web links. I mean, you can just go to web.telegram.com or org, whatever it is. And let me get this real quick. And we got to look for me. And let's see where it is here. 1 second. No, there we go. All right, so let's bring, and then we're going to go with this one. And we're going to bring this up on YouTube. And we're going to bring this one on YouTube. Where? No, not that one. Where are we going to go with this one here? Okay. I don't know why my screens are all screwed up today. That's not, oh, because I fixed this and now it's done. All right, well, we're just going to watch it from there. I know it doesn't look very good, but so be it. So this is a video made by Flat Earth Tests. And just to show what's going on and what we've been trying to show people is that certain people in this community will just change their answer. They don't care. They don't care. And the people who watch them obviously don't care. And the people on the show don't care because nobody calls them out for it when it's as clear as can be. You guys have heard me talk about it recently. Whether or not, because I've been told science proves things, even though you can't find any evidence of that anywhere. In fact, all of science says that they don't. But Flat Earth Debate says that they do. So when I ask, what does it prove? What does science prove? Because I just wanted a couple examples. Then I'll be able to agree with you. I'll be like, oh, okay, well, I didn't know that. The only example I've ever been given is, well, that's not true.
Dreamed up.
Whoops, sorry. The only example I've been given is this one plus scurvy. They proved scurvy is from a lack of vitamin C. Okay. And let me show you. Hold on. I have to fix this because it's still not correct. There we go. It's a little better. Why is the video all small like that? Do you guys know what 16 by 9 is? Make all your videos 16 by 9, widescreen format. We don't need to be fancy and make long, skinny ones because then it doesn't fit on the screen like this. See what you've done? No. So let's check this out because, again, it's blatant.
All right.
At least he was talking about a group of us. But
all right.
It does. And then they'd say, okay, what is science proven? And they say water boils at 100 degrees Celsius.
No, we wouldn't say that. We would say heat causes water to boil.
Oh, you wouldn't say? You wouldn't say that water boils at 101 degrees? So real quick, we'll just go to the duplicate here. Because if you wouldn't say that, wouldn't it be weird if Nathan Oakley has a video on his channel that actually says that? That'd be weird. Be like, wait, why are you going around telling people, your audience, that we would never say that when you clearly would? So not only would you, but you do often that you've berated me about it. And now you're just going to magically say we don't actually say that. By the way, I mean, look at how crazy this is. This is all videos with my picture in it. I haven't done one video. Oh, you can't really see because it's over here. But I haven't done one video with Nathan's name or his picture in my... I don't do that. But look, I'm all over here. Me. That's like a real obsession. It is, you know? So let's go here. Now, again, of course, you can't see that video. Let me squeeze this over. And go up a little bit. Where did it go? So this video here on the right is called Water Boiling at 100 degrees Celsius. Now, maybe they don't treat it like a scientific experiment, right? They would have to give an independent variable. Proof is that the water boils at 100 degrees. That's not proof of anything. Oh, let's just whistle. Well, you're not going to treat it like a science experiment, are you? You're not going to... Oh, what?
Independent variable. Then water boils
Oh, so they're treating it like it's an experiment. So you just heard Witsit say, they say that if heat, then water boils at 100 degrees Celsius. And John Stunja jumps in, nope, no, we never say that. We wouldn't say that. We say if heat, then water boils. We never say. But here's a video on. So this is their double talking, back talking liars. Okay. So when I call somebody a scammer, there's a reason for it. Plain and simple. Now, when I said it in passing in one Jeranism show for 2 seconds. So I don't know if they're scamming or what, but they're obviously telling lies and they're not. And then Nathan had to go off for a month about it. So again, that's pretty sad. Another thing that happened, well, I could show you that after, but that's kind of funny is if you remember that show where I talked about it, it was a Jeranism show maybe 2 weeks ago. I showed the conversation between me and Nathan, and I was showing all my responses to his Skypes. And then I said, well, he hasn't answered those messages, so I guess he's not looking at my Skype anymore. Great. 2 weeks later, Nathan made a post on his YouTube saying he went to his Skype and there was 30 messages from me and he wanted to know if that constitutes harassment. You guys were watching me. It was the same day that he wrote me and I just was responding to his messages. So then he wants to go and tell people that I'm harassing him. It's just, it's so sorry and pathetic. And the show's going to be gone soon. I mean, it might still be there now. It doesn't have much time left. You can't scare away all the Globers when you do that because of the way you act and the way you treat people and the way that you're just a rude person. So all that's going to be left there is the people to stroke each other off. And that's it. And so what are they going to do if they're flat earth debates and there's nobody to debate? Take a guess, guys. Think about it. Your flat earth debates. There's no Globers left to debate. What does that leave you? What are your options? And then you think about what they've done against Bob, what they did against Austin, what they did against me, and whoever's next. It's just going to be one flat earther to the next because it's the only option. It's the only option. And that creates a scam because why wouldn't you just admit that I proved this wrong? Why not just say, you know what, Jaren's got a point. First of all, how do we know what boiling is? How do we know what boiling is? How do you know when something's boiling? Is there a definition for when something's boiling? Is it 1 bubble, 3 bubbles, 8 bubbles, 54 bubbles? Is it when the bubbles reach the top, when they don't reach the top? So this is why it's just stupid. Now, is it helpful? Is it helpful to know that water boils approximately at 100 degrees? Yeah. But again, I even tried to bet Nathan Oakley money and loser leaves YouTube. And he said, oh no, you won't bet me. So again, if you're going to make videos about me and all this stuff, bet me loser leaves YouTube. We're going to go into a lab and we will do water. We can have it all controlled. And I'll pick that we have ceramic pots that we're using. Why? Because ceramic pots cause water to boil at 102 degrees. So when it doesn't boil at 100, you'll be leaving YouTube and handing me your money. And then your children won't eat and you'll cry about that. So again, you can't have Stunja saying that they would never say that. Let's listen again. Remember, this is way after that video that Nathan did.
At least he was talking about a group of us. But
just disgusting, despicable straw men.
It does. And then they'd say, okay, what is science proven? And they say water boils at 100 degrees Celsius.
No, we wouldn't say that. We would say heat causes water to boil. How many times do I have to tell you that?
Jesus.
With your little hypothetical here that you dreamed up.
Well, we dreamed that up.
In between the funhouse mirrors between your ears.
Yeah, it has funhouse mirrors. Yeah, it's horseshit.
We don't say that.
We don't say that. Nope. Never.
Your little hypothetical goes on.
It's just a hypothetical, Austin.
Where do I categorize
You made that up, dude.
I say you categorize this under you straw manning Austin again, but this is way worse. This is a dirty, rotten fucking lie.
Thank you for
and
noticing
you
that.
Smear him while lying through your fucking teeth, bro. Are you serious?
Remember, these are the guys calling Austin an embarrassment, calling him an embarrassment to the flat earth. That's what we're hearing from these guys. And yet they still have viewers and there's still people there. Go look at the comments. Oh, Jaren doesn't get it. Doesn't get what? That the example that they gave me of what science has proven is wrong, demonstrably incorrect. Look it up anywhere. Go search, does water boil at 100 degrees? And you'll hear him say, oh, well, water boils at approximately 100 degrees at 1 atmospheric pressure. Why? Because many things lead to a different result. What kind of pot it's in, what kind of water is it in, what is considered boiling, what kind of thermometer are we using. All those things go into it, and this is why I say what I say. Again, here's the problem, because people might think, Jaren, I've heard you say the word prove before. You might have said it tonight. Yeah, and I'll say it a lot more because I'm not going to stop from using that word. If you're talking about proof as in undeniable, cannot be questioned, will forever be, we know all the answers, then no, science cannot do that. If you're talking about there's a ton of evidence that leads to that being as close as possible to being proof as possible, yeah, I don't mind if you say that then. Because you're at least saying, well, and it's as far as we know to this day, right? So that's fine with me. The problem is if you're going to go around telling people science can prove things, that means unequivocally, yes. Let's continue.
Refute or prove a hypothesis. Ergo, experiments prove or disprove the hypothesis. Da! Here comes the cowbell. Like that didn't have any cowbell. That was full of cowbell. It was so full. It had cowbell up to its ears.
This guy's great.
We're just smashing it here with cowbell.
With lies and straw
So
man's.
here comes some more. Scientists using the scientific method have proven. You ready? Number 1, water boils at 212 degrees Fahrenheit, 100 degrees Celsius at sea level, 1 atmosphere of pressure.
And he says it.
1 kilopascals or 14.7 psi.
We would never say it. We'd never say it.
Some hypothesis examples, like I said, they're really clear-cut, concise, short, to the point. This one sends most people off the reservation. I don't get it. This is pretty cut and dry to me.
What?
Heat will cause water to boil at 212 degrees Fahrenheit, 100 degrees Celsius at 1 atmosphere of pressure.
No, you never say that.
It's cut and dry.
No, you never
So
say
I
that.
made sure to play one where you claim science proved it and one you claim it as a hypothesis so you couldn't weasel out of it. We've heard you say this shit 1,000 times, man. You need to make a retraction video and grow a set, man.
That takes being a man.
I've got so many of these, I literally didn't even know where to start. So I just threw these 2 examples out there, but I've got so many contradictions from QE. If this doesn't work, I'm going to put together a compilation.
And here's the thing about science. It's okay. That's the point. The point is you can always grow your knowledge. You're never set in any belief that's been proven. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying is that we don't ever want to say the science is settled. When you guys go on your show and yell and scream about independent variable, and it's been proven that water boils at 100 more, and then when we prove you wrong, do you come out and say, sorry, Jaren's right, it does have a varying temperature that it boils at? No, instead you double down, say that we're wrong, that you've never said that you would never say that. It's pathetic. It's pathetic. Building straw men over and over again, pretending that I said soil was going to prove, or soil causes. And here's the thing. I was going to do a video. I'm not going to do it just because I don't have time to waste for this kind of crap. But their new one now is they're backtracking. Now they say that heat causes water to boil. Okay, they say science has proven that. Everybody, do this tonight to prove to yourself that that's wrong. Go turn on your stove on low. Turn it on low. Pretend that that's as hot as we could get something. Back in the day, let's say we go back 200 years. Let's say we didn't know how to get very hot things. We just had a stove and we could put fire, and it got a little bit hot. And then put a pot of water on there, and you tell me if heat causes water to boil. Because guess what? It won't boil. It could sit there for a year, 2 years, 3 years. It's not going to boil. It's not going to boil. So does heat cause water to boil? Well, how much heat? This is the problem with words. Heat to me is like noise, is like speed. Can we prove that if you add speed to a car, it goes faster? What is speed? Can we say that if you add noise to something, you can get a higher volume? Well, what is noise? So you can't say we add heat to make what? Well, what is heat? This is the problem. Science doesn't prove anything. What it does is it gets us as close as possible to the truth. Okay? So if you want to call that proof, and I'll show you how simple it is, really. Just search scientific proof on Wikipedia, scientific evidence. And I mean, this is the entire problem. This is it. And it can be nipped in the bud. If Nathan would just read this tomorrow and be like, oh, yeah, well, then I get it. Then I see the problem. It would be over. But again, these guys, they cannot admit they're wrong. This is why I said scammer. Okay? It's because if you can't admit when you're wrong, I'll admit when I'm wrong. Show me I'm wrong. You haven't shown me yet. You're lying about me. That's what you're doing. That's not proving me wrong. So it talks about here Einstein, what Einstein said. It talks about Karl Popper, who said, in the empirical sciences, which alone can furnish us with information about the world we live in, proofs do not occur. If we mean by proof an argument which establishes once and for all the truth of a theory. Right, that's all I'm saying, is that doesn't exist. That science cannot prove things unequivocally with no ifs, ands, or buts about it. And these guys wanted to argue and laugh about me because I said that. And what's the big deal with me having my own beliefs about that anyway? Why would you go after another flat earther? Why would you laugh and joke and have a hee-haw moment? when it's something as simple as my belief. My belief is I would not give science that power. Okay, I don't give science that strength to go around saying that they prove things, because it can always be disproved the next day. That's it. It's that simple. So if you want to say, oh, that's Jaron's belief, I get why he believes that, and then leave it. No, not you guys. You had nothing else to go after because no globals will show up, so you just decided to spend a bunch of time on me. Now, this is the part where we might be able to bridge a gap. However, in contrast to the ideal infallible proof, which is my opinion, what I'm saying is that there's no such thing as that. So this is saying, in contrast to that, in practice, theories may be said to be proved according to some standard of proof used in a given inquiry. In this limited sense, proof is the highest degree of acceptance of a theory following a process of inquiry and critical evaluation according to the standards of a scientific community. So this is here the scientific method. Now, again, I have no problem admitting that. I've said that from day one. If you're talking about it is as close as possible to proof, I'll give it to you. Give it to you. And I've said that from day one. But you guys want to laugh and hee-haw because I say science can't prove anything unequivocally 100%. So when you say water boils at 100 degrees Celsius under 1 atmospheric pressure, you're saying, if you just said that and said that's as close as we know right now, that's as far as we know, it's approximate, great, I'll agree with you. If you're going to tell people that it's been proven and that it's a fact, proven, it's going to be proven. It's like, what a joke that this is the argument we're having. Why would these guys be arguing on behalf of science proving it? Like, what? We don't need to prove things. Let's get as close as possible. Let's move forward. Let's get things as close to the truth as we can. But again, this is ridiculous that it's had to go on this long. And you think I'm backing down? I have no reason to. I've been strawman to death. And those guys keep wanting to go on and on and on and on and on every single show, on and on and on. Well, I don't know if they've done it in the last week. I won't watch, but I only see little clips that people send. But you've got that video that Nathan has on his channel saying 101 degree or 100 degrees Celsius. And if you just search for, let me see if I have this up here. Let's see here. I think I'll go to my raindrop. Raindrop. Oh, what happened? Hold on, I'm gonna move this over here. Oh, that's fine. If you guys don't have raindrop, it is awesome. One of the best extensions I've ever had. I got to start using. There's a public version of it too. I just got to start using that. So what do I want? You can search for this. Yeah, that'll work. Just gonna show you a couple things. Just because it's like I shouldn't even have to do this, but you should see the amount of people that still think I'm wrong. I tried talking to that Flatzoid the other day. I couldn't get anywhere. He just kept wanting to say, no, it is proven. I'm like, no, I'm trying to show you that it's not. I'm showing you evidence that it is not. So why not just say, oh, you're right, it is not? Why do you have to bury your feet in the sand and say, I'm standing here no matter what, I'm going to die on this cross? Well, why? Why would you do that? It just doesn't make sense to me. I don't get it. And why, if you want to come and prove to me, this is why I asked, what is proven? Because if I'm wrong, if you can come and say, well, this has been proven. Oh, okay. Then I'll admit that I'm wrong. But you've done a terrible job at that, indeed. So this is a website. I'll put this in t.me/Jeranism links. Let me get on the screen. Oh, you're not going to see it very well. That's close enough. So again, this is a whole page on the myth of the boiling point of water. And it talks about in glass vessels, the temperature of prolonged vehement boiling was always over the standard boiling point, easily reaching 101 degrees Celsius. Even higher temperatures, up to 102.4, were observed in a beaker previously treated with high heat and in a volumetric flask. It goes on and on. There's this guy, you can go to here where it says, where's the experiments? Here's like a different vessel experiment. And you've got experiment 1, experiment 2, experiment 3. You can go to any of these and see that he's showing you. So even that's not good enough for these guys. They still are going to argue and never address it. That's a scam. That's a scam. If you've built yourself up, your channel, as a channel that can never be wrong, that it's impossible that you're wrong about something, well, how is that not a scam? You're convincing people. People are going around with their chest puffed out, acting like idiots because of what they've heard from your show. Rather than just let them admit, oh, okay, yeah, I guess science hasn't proven that. Here's lower temperature in a hydrophobic vessel, the action of boiling chips. Superheated boiling. How about this? They say it boils at 100 degrees. Well, how about at 150? It doesn't boil at 150 because it levitates above the pan or the pot and doesn't boil. So this is the problem. There's so many things that are important, that are integral to understanding things, that we never shut it down. We never shut it down and say we already know. Why would you allow even the thought to people think, oh yeah, we can shut things down. We don't need to science it anymore. Why? To me, it just makes no sense. I don't know why anybody would fall for that, or why people would argue on behalf of that. We should go look at the comments just so we can cry together at the shit I've got to deal with. But again, here's your, and it actually shows these are videos. So if you go into these, like here's the different temperature, you can watch the video. Okay. What did Flatzoid call this when I showed him this? He said, "Oh, do you have anybody who's not a pseudoscientist?" Like, what does that mean? Where'd you get that from? But he's hearing things from Nathan and thinking that it's
the temperature of full boiling goes over 100 degrees.
And we don't. And again, even this I don't agree with, because how do you know what is boiling? There's no definition of boiling. Yes, as it starts to get hot, what happens is the water instantly changes into steam, and then the bubbles that you see going up are the new form of water, the gas form, and they're obviously less dense than the water. They head up. Sometimes they pop before they get up there because they probably cool down to the point that they become liquid water again. And then some of them, once it gets hot enough, reach the top. But what point do you call boiling? How do you know this thermometer's right? Even worse than that, we calibrated those thermometers at 100 degrees Celsius. That's by definition what it is. And again, if you just look up enough, you'll see that nobody even says this anymore. In fact, they tell people don't say that because you're giving people the wrong idea. And yet these guys are they've dug their feet in. And it just makes me mad because it's so simple to admit when you're wrong, move on, to not attack other people in the same community for just their little different beliefs. Did me saying one time or two times or three times that I don't think science proves anything, is that hurting the flat earth community? Is that hurting things? Is that so catastrophic that this guy needs to make 50 videos about me and put me in my name and his thumbnails and my picture? It's disgusting. It's disgusting. It's pathetic, and it's gay, quite frankly. We'll continue talking about this. If you want to join me, let's go over to the Rokfin, and I'll show you. We'll go through the comments on there, and we'll also wait and see if anybody else is going to jump on the show. Again, if you want to jump on, cornerism, t.me/no, I'm sorry, it's not right. tinyurl.com/cornerism, and you can text in if you want, 888-698-FLAT. And if you're one of these, the Oakley henchmen that have been showing up in comments and in my Telegram groups and things, come on the show and tell me right now that water boils at 100 degrees Celsius at 1 atmospheric pressure. Okay? And then if you say, oh, well, actually, we're going to change that now to just heat boils water. Yeah, and nobody in the history of the world has ever thought anything different. Congratulations, science. I hope you're proud of yourselves. You have one thing that didn't need any science. Nobody's ever put water above ice and said, I can't wait for this to boil. Probably not one person. And yet you guys want to go around and scream and yell and act like Nathan Oakley. Is it proven? Is it proof? All it does is prove things. Screaming and yelling about proving things because that's something they've said in the past. And at this point, it would kind of be a little kick in the ball sack if you're like, oh, well, I guess it kind of doesn't. Right? Now, it would be a manly thing to do. And everybody would be accepting. Like, yeah, you're right. Okay, move on. But for somebody who's got an ego like that yells and berates people and calls them an embarrassment. Can you imagine calling Austin an embarrassment to Flat Earth? I wonder who's more of an embarrassment. Somebody who says, oh, I kind of think that the ether is a unmanifested medium that we can't really science. Is that an embarrassment? Or somebody saying, how do my balls taste in your mouth? Which one is an embarrassment to Flat Earth? Which one's an embarrassment? The one that mutes people and then doesn't let them talk on his show so that it appears that he won. It appears that he's smart. That's why that line's in the song. That's why that line's there. I destroy all my opponents, but I also mute their mic because, and again, people don't get to see that at home. You don't notice that because it's done behind the scenes. So again, you can't have people on your show. I can't invite you guys on. Come debate me. And then when you get here, and here's one way we can prove it. They're Flat Earth debates, right? Flat Earth debates. That means that they must have the best debaters. So Austin has said he will debate QE or Nathan on a neutral platform like Modern Day Debates. Guess what? They say no. Why? Because they don't get the mute button. Because John Stunja doesn't get his 40 viewers where he can just say things like, well, the funhouse mirrors between and the crayon muncher, and he doesn't have that ability. And so they would get destroyed. So congratulations, Flat Earth Debates. You guys look real. I'm scared. I'm scared at the Flat Earth Debates that are not willing to debate people on fair platforms. It's disgusting. It's disgusting. Did you have a good run? Absolutely. Did I used to listen to you every single day? Absolutely. Have you made a lot of great points, Nathan? Have you moved this conversation along in places? Absolutely. Yep. I'm not going to deny that. But have you worn your welcome? Well, that's up to everybody else. If they want to keep watching, keep watching. Keep watching. If you're going to blame me, which I think is your goal here, I think your goal is to blame me for your channel going down.
What the hell? That's not too much money, man.
Thank you. Well, I got to check that out in a second. But if you're going to blame me, just realize it has nothing to do with me. I did not yell and berate every single Globe believer until they didn't want to come to my show. Okay? If I did that, if I had Flat Earth Debates, if that was my show, I would realize real quickly, if I keep yelling like this, what would happen if no more Globers come here? Because they don't want to be yelled at and then muted. Well, then what do you think is going to happen to your debate channel? So I'm smart enough to realize that you've already told everybody and me that by calling you a scammer, I'm attacking the livelihood of you. I'm going after the food on your daughter's plate. Okay, so now you've even made it more clear that you need that channel to continue. So if you can't get Globers to come debate you and you are going to sit around and do nothing, how do you get controversy? How do you get people to watch your show? And that's by going after other flat earthers. So I have to point that out. You realize that. I cannot allow you to get away with that because it's disgusting. Why not just say, okay, Jaron was right. Water doesn't boil at 100 degrees Celsius every time. Okay. So let's just agree to disagree. Say, yeah, Jaron saying that things are not proven 100%. And then say, so at Flat Earth Debates, we will say things are proven 99.9%. Go ahead. That's fine. And let's move on. But instead, you want to cause controversy. You want to put my name in every video. You want to put my face on your thumbnails. And that's a scammer move to me. Again, people can believe themselves. I'm not telling you guys that, and this, you'll see tomorrow that, Jim Bob's got a problem with me. Everybody's got a problem with me. I'm used to it. What are you going to do? But, it's kind of funny to hear him to talk about it. But one of the things he says tomorrow, I just got to say it already. Jim Bob says that I'm talking about in one of my shows that we're being divided, that they're dividing us. And he says, "Oh, time out. That's a contradiction. That's a contradiction right there. You're because in order to point out those that divide, you need to divide. It's a paradox." It's like, shut the fuck. That guy thinks he's actually an intellectual. He thinks he's like profound. It's sad because he has some good comedy stuff on his channel. Besides, the guy talks about me, he sounds like a dum-dum. Total dum-dum. He's just so out in left field, believing in a 2,500-year-old book as if that's what we're supposed to be walking around and just go by that. Tells people basically sit home and wait for Jesus. I mean, you shouldn't do anything. You shouldn't have a revolution. Well, revolution is just a circle. You don't actually do anything when you have a revolution. Yeah, why don't you tell the people in 1776 that or something? Tell the people that started the United States that there is no such thing as a resolution. It just goes in a circle. Go ahead and tell people over and over again that your worldview calls peace on earth satanic. I don't think I've ever heard anything so fucking dumb in my life. And right when I start like, okay, yeah, Christians are good people, we'll kind of leave that alone. Then you have this guy come on and completely restore my faith in the idea that the world is the way it is because of Christians. Because of people like that. I'm not saying all Christians. If you're a Christian out there, do you believe that peace on earth is an antithesis to your worldview? That you think that peace on earth, because it doesn't exist in the Bible, can't exist? It is satanic to you? Then I do think you're a problem. Then I do include you. If you're a Christian, it's like, no, I want peace on earth. That's all. That's all I was saying. And they straw man me to death. He brings up that Bruce Lipton guy that I was showing Bruce Lipton because he was talking about the MMR machine and that it's they can pick up your thoughts from outside your body. And that's what I was talking about that day was, what do we broadcast? And so I was talking about, this guy acts like I'm his number one fan. It's sickening that this kind of shit goes on where just keep your mouth shut. Keep my name out of your mouth. How about that? You have a completely different worldview than me. So if you're going to sit there every day and just talk about that, that's pretty sad. We know your opinion is you want to sit around talking religion and presuppositions, and it's just like, whoa, this is, and he acts like he's some intellectual or profound. There's nothing profound about following the 2,500-year-old book and thinking that you're special boy for it. You're not a special boy. You're not a special boy. Let me show you this here. Oops, let me go here. So, oh wait, I'm gonna go to this community thing, because when I talk about strawman, this is what I'm talking about. So yeah, great. He wants to do his little memes about Neil deGrasse Tyson and all this stuff. I get it. Okay, great. That's fantastic. What I don't think you have really time to be doing is doing memes about me that don't even make sense. Okay? I mean, look at this is Marty Leeds. Like that's what you have time to do? Is make fun of Marty for his Gnostic okay, great. Marty's a great guy. But no, you have time to what? Because it is against the golden rule. I mean, look at he asked here, why is slavery immoral? Why would anybody watch this guy? If you're that far gone that you have to ask questions like that, and he makes great movies. This is a great movie he made. I thought it was hilarious. But as soon as he gets into anything else, like stick to what you're. Look at this is what he did about me. If you watch Jim Bob, you're a little wacky. But let me do a stream on how base this guy is. That is a complete and total lie. It is a straw man. I never said this guy was based. I never dressed him up as an astronaut. He was talking about something that I thought was worth showing people. That's it. But now he's got if you watch Jim Bob, you're a little wacky. But let me do a stream on how base this guy is. It wasn't a stream about him. It was one little clip. That's called a straw man. That's all these guys have. That's all they have. And if you go and read the comments, it will all be, oh yeah, we totally, he's got absolutely, yeah, we totally, yeah. Look at this. So he throws my head on some girl's body with The Secret and says, Jaron, 1 month later. Guys, how many times have I talked about The Secret? How many times have I talked about that book and said that it's garbage? That it's a lie, that it was meant to misdirect? He doesn't know that. But this is what this guy has time to do. And again, all you do is just cause people who are Christians to hate me, which is fine. If they're going to just listen to this guy, then they don't deserve to listen to me anyway. And if I have a chance to block them, I will. Jaron likes to hang out with the New Age self-help book section at Barnes & Noble. Hilarious, dude. Hilarious. I wonder what kinds of things are on Jaron's dream board. So funny. So funny. Look at the audience that you're pulling in here, man. These guys are so... I mean, there's not a group of less manly men in the world than the group that watches Made by Jim Bob. Not at all. Watch the people that call into his show. They real manly to sit around waiting for Jesus and I don't want to do a revolution. Revolutions are just circles. And it's a presupposition. And what's your worldview? And time across space and time. Boy. When did Jim Bob take up realism painting? Hilarious. My kids, I'm telling my kids that's Tim Pool. Hilarious. Will Jaron's book include he offered Jake some money to... Stupid. What? Why Jim Bob? You've done it again? Oh yeah, you've done it again. So beautiful what you've done here. Amazing. We just have enough people. We can all manifest Jaron's hair back. Come on, guys, we can do it. In case you don't know, I'm not bald, dipshit. I shave my head. I have hair, you fucking tard. So Jeranism, RV Truth, Nathan Oakley, and Made by Jim Bob walk into a bar together. What happens next? Who cares? Even Jaron has to laugh at this. Why? Why would I laugh at you putting my face on a girl's body next to this secret book? That there's nothing about that that's even remotely correct or funny. Jaron has to laugh at this. Eckhart Tolle Book of the Month Club after that. What? Oh boy. Pretty sad. Pretty sad. And we'll see more. I mean, it's just... but I get it. I do get it that his worldview is completely different than mine. Especially if he thinks world peace is satanic. I mean, I cannot imagine. It's almost as dumb as you can tell it's real because it looks so fake. It's almost there. Okay? That world peace is in his mind. He says it twice. It's not like he made a mistake. World peace is satanic in my mind, he says. Or in my worldview. World peace is satanic now? This is what happens when you follow that book of a Jewish God. Well, let's talk about it on Rokfin. Don't want to get into it here. I was going to look if I have this graphic to put up. I hope I do. And it's the one that tells people that the rest of the show is on the other channel. 1 second. Come on, you gotta be in here. Speaker's corner, is it in here somewhere? Image 6. Nope. This one? Nope. Nope. Let me see if I have it here. I just want to put that graphic up. I keep forgetting to do that. And then people are probably wondering why the show shuts down. Let's go to... And again, if you've got a different opinion of this, I would love to have you call in tinyurl.com/cornerism or 888-698-FLAT, and you can send a text to there. Don't call the number. I don't have the call line open because it costs me too much money. What was I looking for again? I don't even remember what I'm looking for. Oh, yeah. That image. 1 second. Where would it be? It would be in my desktop, I believe. Just real quick. Do I have anything for you to watch? I got a bunch of stuff for tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to be a fun show. Let's do it at 12 noon because I want to be done and then have some time to make sure I set up correctly for the debate. And what is going on over there? Thank you. So check that out. And then the debate should be fun. I'm looking forward to it. And Bryant wanted one-on-one, so he's getting one-on-one, and he should be happy with that. All right, let me see if we can find it in here. Don't make me go look for it. I'll pull this back here. Okay, let's see here. Again, and I hope to see you guys on November 11th, which is 11/11, of course. And Avocado Wolf will be giving a keynote speech at 11/11 Eastern Time on 11/11. And he's a great guy, really is. And yeah, I don't think enough people know him well enough, and they just read articles on the internet that say he's the biggest asshole in the world or something. Let's see here if I can find this. What order is this in? Got a trailer coming out. I was trying to get that done tonight, but I didn't finish it. It's taking me a little longer than I would like. Okay, let's see. That's Bryant. We've got this. Come on, be here. If not, we're just going to go over to Rokfin anyway. It will be free until the end of the show. Man, I don't see it. I don't know what to do with it. All right. Well, if you're watching live right now, the show is about to end at YouTube. You can go over to Rokfin for free. If you're watching in a replay, if today isn't the 6th of October at 10:17 p.m. Pacific time, then that's because the show's going to end and you need to become a member at Rokfin to check it out, because after it's done being live, it will become part of the premium package, which for $9.99 you get every single video I've done. They're all there. All these shows, all the second halves of the Jeranism show, which is usually where I wait to talk about things you're not allowed to talk about here, like the Hacksaw Jim Duggan and other such things. All right, I don't see it. So we're just going to head over there, rokfin.com/Jeranism, and we'll continue this show on, at least till 11, and then we'll do tomorrow, all kinds of fun. Let's head over there. We are going to... Let's see if I have something to play on the way out of here. Let's see what we got. Okay, that works. Nope, I don't want that one. Nope, don't want that one. Yes. All right, let's see what we got. Do I have anything good? I'm going to have something here. Nope, not that. What is that? Oh. Yeah, I'll play that for a little bit. So if you don't know, we did a parody, me and Crumb and the audience at Crumb's channel. We did it like 2 or 3 Sundays in a row. The crowd helped us write the song, and then we had Conspiracy Music Guru perform it. It's dope, and I believe I'm only going to play like the first verse because it's being released the video is being released at Flattoverfest. So we're holding off on that. It is the great Billy Joel song. We didn't start the fire. We changed the words a little bit. So we're going to play this. YouTube, you're going to have the stream end. And at the end of the song, I'll pick you guys back up over at Rokfin, rokfin.com/Jeranism. Thank you to the super chat. I didn't see it. I don't know if I'll be able to look at it in time. Oh, there it is. I do see it. Thank you very much to Reverse Indoctrinations. Thank you for creating the show and staying committed to doing it every week. It is super important for the community. Yeah, I'd like to see some better calls, but I'm not saying anything was wrong with the ones tonight, but hopefully people present, like, I kind of like what Sacred Knowledge does when he comes, he's presenting something, whether we all agree with it or not. That's what I want, is to hear other people's opinions. So I hope more people do that. If you've got some outrageous belief, even though you'll end up on Made by Jim Bob's show and he'll pretend like it's me who believes it, not the caller calling in that I have nothing to do with, but it's still fun to do. All right, we're going to listen to this and we'll see you guys on the other side. I remind you, do your own research. When you do, you'll never again believe what you've been taught. Till tomorrow, 12 noon. This has been Jeranism. Peace, YouTube. Stay there, Rokfin.
Space escape, Boston bombing falls, flag Joe Biden torpedo. Dr. Fauci always lied, Stevie Wonder is a blind victory, we shall see it down the rabbit hole. Build a Burns fake bomb, Michael Obama, huge dumb bar, rock the Kenyan guy, has your wife identified. Warp speed, vaccine, J&J, ultra jeans, mind, don't, carditis, kiss your sweet